PS1 here, and a slightly less glamorous wagon than usual. You come off the main road here and you head up on the car. You park here, and that's where you start from, and then you head up the path which kind of heads in here, and now you could go up that way, but that's the descent that we came down. What we did is for the climb, you head round, and then the steep bit comes up to the Ben Lawers there, and then descend, and then climb, and then descend down there, and then continue to descend back to the car. Also, if you climb up that way, you can also descend down Ben Lawers and then head down that descent. This is technically not that accurate because it kind of comes around and ends up about here, so it's not really true. You kind of go up that way.
Maybe miss it at the start.
Alright, so everyone's here now. We've got Mctrailrider representing, we have got Rab Wardell, we've got Ali Clarkson, and we've got Scullion. So, let's get up the hill. We're going to head up round the back to the Bialach, try and get to the summit for the sunset, and then try and get down before we lose all the light. I've got the non-tinted lens in my bag just in case it does go absolutely tits up. And Andrew's doing the exact same right now. Because we are a lot slower than the rest of them, in all ways.
So, initial part of the climb. It's a pretty technical climb, but you really notice the difference between when you're pushing on some of the sections and when you're cycling. And what you can kind of get away with the cycling is just, again, nibbling away at the climb. Whereas when you're pushing, those individual pushes require a lot more force. So it's actually easier when you're climbing. The problem here is it's such a physical little climb, trying to hop over things. They haven't moved the weight around to get the grip on the gravel.
There's some serious vlog and camper chat been going on this climb so far.
Yeah,
We're through these guys. Pretty beautiful climb though up this bit. So much nicer going up this bit than going up there, because that is hella steep. And this is nice and gentle. In case somehow you've been under a rock, we've got Mctrailrider, we've got Rab Wardell, we've got Scullion, and we've got Ali Clarkson. In some sort of order of subscribers on YouTube. Heading up there is where it gets like really steep, and that means it's time where your quads and your calves start to get really hit with it. So be as efficient as you would when you're cycling. Effectively take a low gear and just like nibble, like tiny little steps, and just nibble away at it. Don't take big lunges because that will really knacker you out. Try and just nibble away at it, be as efficient as possible, and pray to get to the top. Okay, so when it comes to hike biking, there's like two schools of thoughts on how you get up the really steep bits. You either put it on your back and hike like that, which if you've got a light bike is really easy. If you've got the right jerk, like sort of frame style, it's really easy to get it going. Or you push it and use the brakes. Now for me, it has to be the right kind of hill to start carrying the bike, because if you're already quite heavy, the last thing you want to do is add extra weight. And also it sort of forces you to start striding a little bit more. Now, if you just push a little bit, use the brakes, push a little bit, use the brakes, you can kind of just nibble away at the climb. And I don't think it hits you quite as hard. But on certain sections, you just really have to get on your back, because you can't do it the other way.
So this is the bit on the hiker bike where you start to get really scared, because you can't work out how on earth you're going to get down it without disrespecting National Nature Reserve status of the place and going on the easier paths. Some serious time removing rocks up here.
Awesome!
So made it to the top, 1,204 meters, as Pete handily informed us, above the sea. Hopefully some of the content before you got some tricks there for how to mobilize for coming up these hiker bikes and some of the tactics for getting up them, and also got some sweet views.
Okay, so I'm going to keep the camera facing me for the first bit, and we're going to see if we can get some footage of how my arms and my legs are moving. I don't know if it'll be too close. We'll see how it goes. Ali just hopped around here quite nicely.
Man, some of those bits are above my pay grade.
I get some of those bits, I'm like, if I'd done trials, this would be a good place to be able to do it.
So once you come down the descent from the top of Ben Lawers, you cross the Beal here and up to the summit of Ben Glass, which is just about 100 meters lower. It's still over 1 kilometer high off the sea. Now, once you've done a tricky descent and the quads are pumped up because they've been holding and pumping, then you'll get this kind of solid feeling out of your legs, which does not feel good when you get onto the next push or climb. But just spin it out, nibble away at it, and you'll get there. Try and keep the cadence high, don't push too hard.
Done for a moment at the top of Ben Glass. Check out that amazing sunset. It is 9:36 at night. This is why you come up this high. It's why it's all worth it. It's difficult, but it's really worth it. So there's the sun behind us there, and there's the moon over there. Like a vlog inception right here. Except when it comes to vlogs, like a lot bigger.
Oh, this is a dream.
I think I just need a little bit to let my left hand do not like that.
I think that's the most brakes I've ever used in my life.
This bit is, I don't know why, but this trail suits me. It's the only one
It's the best ever.
thought to do down this one, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Sounds like you're going first then.
It's good because you can race on different lines though.
But see, when you link that up with that descent, which is kind of much the same,
Totally different, isn't it?
it's good because you can come here and get like different rides.
On or off, isn't it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and what a way to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cold
Just
as anything.
open the account. I have to get a massive boulder.
I've got the eyes of a pensioner, I can't see anything.
Left of the boulder.
One of the ones what that old is
The white stag.
Oh, we're going to be like.
Yeah, I still can't feel my left hand, but let's do it.
Give it a shake. Give it a shake.
Or just ignore it. That's kind of what I was
Just hold in one hand.
Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
You get my scalp. Fucking hell.
That was
I thought it was
How good is that?
oh, that was so good. What a pace.
Perfect. Oh, it's so good following you guys, man. That was brilliant.
Man, I could hear you catching in places.
Yeah.
I absolutely cashed my toe into a rock.
Oh, did you?
Oh, that hurt. Just get in here.
That was cool.
Next level, that.
What a way to end it.
So my iPhone just flashed up and said it's time for bed, and we just got to the bottom of the trail. These guys were setting an amazing pace down there. It was so good to follow them. And yeah, if you get a chance, head up there. Alright, we're gonna try and cam my face down before it is. So, we just came down that hill up there at a rocketing pace, wore through 2 sets of brake pads. Hopefully you got something from some of the commentary there and from the warm-up and mobility that went through earlier. It's just really, really important to do that before that sort of ride, because even with that, still pumping up the arms. Even with that, still pumping up the arms. So it's really important to make sure you get that mobility in to try and limit the arm pump if possible. These guys are climbing around, so I'm gonna walk over here, see if I can get back quiet. If you're gonna go out and do a hike bike, if you're gonna do a long ride, long downhill, long enduro, just chuck that in as a bare minimum. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to Mctrailrider. We've got Pete Scullion there, we've got Ali Clarkson. Go check them all out. The Geometron is being graced by Ali Clarkson right now.
It is long.
That's exactly how it felt the first time I get on it. I tried to do a manual or bunny hop. Yeah.
Need to muscle this thing around, don't you? This time. Yeah, it's amazing.